All right, so Honey Stinger and I had a great day today. We are in Harpers, Ferry, West Virginia, West by God, Virginia, and
halfway point, almost.
The
mental halfway.
The celebratory halfway point.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I checked into the ATC Conservancy the other day. So when I started in Georgia, I was hiker number 406. And when I got to the ATC, I was hiker
number 96.
96.
Which is, to me, crazy. Very cool, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to set any world record or anything. I'm just hiking.
Yeah.
Just hiking.
Yeah, you're just hiking your own hike.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a great day in Harpers Ferry. We went out to lunch. We walked around the shops. And then we did a little hiking. Actually, we did some hiking. This is my zero day.
I know, this is a 0 day, and I felt bad because I wanted to hike, but we probably did, I don't know, a mile
or two. But then we went all the way up the hill and all the way down.
Yeah, no. I mean, we did a couple of miles total, but
I mean, I'm at 11,000 steps.
Yeah, so we did okay.
Right.
Anyway, we didn't get to hike a lot, but I did get to go into Maryland. So
you've been in every state that I've hiked in on the AT.
On
in
the
every
AT.
state that I've been in.
Yes.
That's
so
awesome.
I was happy about that.
Yeah.
That was good.
Very cool.
Yes.
So yeah, just finished up Virginia. Virginia is the longest state on the trail, 500 and some miles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was here for over a month and a couple days. And so Honey Stinger had the great idea of maybe doing just kind of like a little question and answer. And so she came up with some questions, kind of like what is sort of the best and the worst of Virginia. And so I haven't really been prepped on these.
I asked him if he wanted to be prepped, and he said, no, I know the answers to all these, so that's good.
I'm just going to wing it.
All right, cool. What did I do with my question? Oh.
Your phone?
Yeah.
All right.
Oops, sorry.
All right, question number 1.
Okay, question number 1. Best day on trail?
Okay, maybe I should have prepped for these.
See, this is why I would have prepped for this, but that's okay. Come on. All right.
Best day on trail. Well,
we can come back to that.
Well, so I can't remember the exact day, but there was a day when I realized that my leg didn't hurt.
Oh, that is a good day.
Anymore.
Like you felt like you really had your trail legs and your injury was kind of better at that point?
Yeah, like the injury just kind of, it slowly worked itself out. And then all of a sudden one day I was hiking and I was like, wait a minute, my leg doesn't hurt anymore.
That's really good.
I don't remember the exact day it was, but that was a pretty good day.
All right. So worst day on trail.
So worst day on trail, most folks would think I'd automatically just say dog bite day.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Dog bite day was bad. The incident was bad, but the actual day was not bad. I mean, the day started out great. 1 Mile came to visit me. 1 Mile's my sister. You guys probably know that if you watch.
Mm-hmm.
But she came to visit me. We went out to lunch. We had a great visit. She hiked out with me for a little bit. We were hiking along. The weather was great. The views were nice. It was a good day. And then I got chomped, and that was bad. So that was not the worst day. So the worst day was just recently when I was getting out of the Shenandoahs, and I hiked 19.5 miles in the pouring rain, wind, and cold. It was so cold and wet, and it was miserable.
That would be a bad day.
It was bad. Yeah. I couldn't film anything all day because I couldn't even open the phone because it was so wet. I would try and dry it off, and I couldn't. It was awful. It was so cold, and I basically just jogged that whole 19.5 miles, and it was miserable.
Oof, that would be my worst day for sure.
It was bad.
Okay, number of zeros.
So I took 1 0.
Which is to me crazy. 1-0 out of over a month.
I took 1-0. That was at the quarter weigh-in. I'd been having some really bad leg pain. I thought it was shin splints or a shin splint, but I think it was really just that tendonitis that had flared up again, and it had gotten so bad that like I was just limping with every step, and it was just painful. And so I backed down my mileage the 2 days before that 0, and then finally I was just like, I've got to get off my feet, and so took a 0 there, iced it all day, took a lot of Advil, and then started doing some stretches, and I could barely do the stretches at a time, but I progressively started doing them, and it finally just started to loosen up, and so I've been doing those stretches ever since, and knock on wood, it's been doing better.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Good. All right, let's see what's my next question.
Did you lose your question?
Lost. Okay, best shelter.
Best shelter. It's so funny because no one can ever remember the name of these shelters. They're all like Little Laurel Creek Mountain Brook Brownness. Like you could ask somebody like, "Where'd you stay last night?" You know, and they're just like, that shelter.
Well, surely you can
back
remember
there.
the partnership shelter. Like,
Well,
that's when they had pizza and I was there.
That was on the tip of my tongue. I was just about to say partnership shelter because you were there. You were there. It was a double decker. It was a double decker. It was my birthday.
Yes, it was your birthday.
Or was it the day before?
It was the day before your birthday and the morning of your birthday.
The morning of my birthday. Yeah, and they brought pizza, and you were there.
And there was a fire.
There was a fire. It was clean. It was nice. It was big.
Yeah.
It was a good group.
Had a shower, but it didn't work.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Anyway,
yeah. But yeah, partnership shelter, favorite.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
All right.
Glad you figured that one out. Let's see. Best tent site, because I know you camped with some views, so.
Yeah, I had a couple really good campsites, and so one of them I was maybe not technically supposed to be in that area, so I'm not going to mention that one, but it was really good. But the other one was up on Priest Mountain. It was just past the Priest shelter. It was up there by the ledges, and I had a really good spot there and caught an awesome sunset and then caught a sunrise as well. So yeah, that was a really good one.
That makes it worth the tent, right?
I love the sunrise and sunset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you like them too, right?
I do too. Yeah. Well, probably that's what I hike for, right?
Waterfalls, sunrises, and sunsets. Yeah, the pretty views.
Yeah. So
pretty view hiker.
Best. Oh, that's funny. The next question is best view. So.
Oh.
Kind of worked out.
Huh. Best view. Let's see. Hands down, McAfee Knob.
Oh yeah.
Hands down, McAfee
Yeah.
Knob.
The sunrise there was.
It was epic.
That was awesome.
Epic. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, Tinker Cliffs. The views from Tinker Cliffs were amazing as well.
Really?
So that's the third part of the Virginia Triple Crown. So it goes Dragon's Tooth, then McAfee Knob, then Tinker Cliffs. Tinker Cliffs was really, really nice, and it was so cool because you walk. The trail goes right along the cliffs for a long time, and you've got these great views, and there's these rock outcroppings that you can go out on.
I want to come back and do the Triple Crown.
We got to do that. We'll do that for sure.
Because that was a part I wish that I could have been at. So
yeah.
All right, best trail magic.
So I got a lot of trail magic. I really did. But I'd say best trail magic was I was having a rough day. We were in Southwest Virginia. I don't even really remember the exact location. It was just kind of a rough area, and it was hot, and I was tired. I think I'd been pushing pretty hard for a pretty long stretch, and it was one of those days when I was just like my feet wouldn't work right. I was stumbling every rock. It was just, and I came across this hiker that was out section hiking. I think his name was Ferry. He didn't have it anyway. He was from Front Royal, And he said, I talked to him for a little bit, and he was like, yeah, so there may or may not be some trail magic about 2 miles down the trail.
Oh, gosh.
I was like, may or may not be. I was like, I need to know. You gotta
and then you're
tell
like,
me.
it's going to be gone by the time I get there, and that's going to be terrible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was my thought. And I'm like, so I ran the 2 miles down the trail.
Too.
I come out of the woods and I see this car set up, or this truck set up, and these 3 folks, and it was Fuzz, Happily, and Ever After. It was three folks, and they just recently finished. I think they finished up last year, and they had an amazing spread. They had sub sandwiches, they had sodas, they had beers, they had ice cream, they had candy. They had everything that a hiker could want. They had TP, they had Advil, they had...
Oh, that was smart.
Yeah,
I like that.
They had emergency package that you could put, flavor packets you could put in your water. They had so much stuff. Chips and they had fresh avocado that I could put on the sub, and they had tomatoes and onions and that. It was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I sat in that chair, and they had chairs. They had chairs that we could sit in, and I sat in these chairs for a long time.
Not just a sit pad for lunch.
Not just a sit pad. And they were so cool. They were so cool. They were so nice and so generous, and they just wanted us to be happy and to take everything that they had to offer. It was awesome.
Yeah. I can see you doing that next year, wanting to go do some trail magic like that.
For sure.
So I think we talked about this. I probably already know the answer, but the best trail angel.
That's an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so hands down, it was Kevin. So Kevin came out and got me. So if you're not familiar, I got bitten by a dog, hiked out that night, and then looked at it that night, realized, yeah, this is really bad.
Yeah.
And I probably
need to go to the urgent care.
Need to get this looked at. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Pigpen had gotten a shuttle from Kevin, and so she shared his number with me, and I texted him that night. Luckily I had service, and he texted me back immediately. He was like, yeah, no problem. I can meet you at the next gap. I can be there by 8:15. Well, I was like, perfect. Got to that gap, 8:13, he was there, picked me up, brought me into town, took me to the urgent care, gave me a Dr. Pepper, stuck with me, brought me to the CVS to get antibiotics that they prescribed, stayed with me, took me back to the trail, and he had his dog, Elvis, with him, and she was such a sweet dog. And then
probably needed that.
After having been bitten by a dog that I thought was going to be sweet, it was just really nice to have Elvis there as well. But Kevin and Elvis, hands down, best trail angels.
Nice. All right, so let's see. Best meal.
Best meal. I had some good meals.
Peanut butter and
peanut butter and gummy worms.
Gummy worms on a tortilla was probably not his best meal.
That was my go-to.
You show it to us a lot, so we know you like it.
I show that one a lot. So I'd say for sheer volume, Skyland in the Shenandoah, Skyland Lodge in the Shenandoah has a all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet. The food was, kind of like mass-produced type.
Right.
It wasn't like amazing food, but like just for sheer volume, it was really incredible. I just really needed that at the time.
Something about a good breakfast too. It can just kind of hold you through the whole day. And
speaking of breakfast, so all right, so Tina's breakfast at Quarterway Inn was really, really good. But the breakfast at the Damascus Diner was really, really good too. I
almost forget about Damascus being in Virginia. It seems so long ago.
Yeah, well, and it's the very first when you first get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. Hard to rank between the three of those. All three of them were breakfast, and all three of them were a lot of food. All three of them were good. Yeah.
Kind of funny that they're all breakfast. All right. So, your longest day you think that you hiked? I know you don't have your hiker log in front of you, but
I know I did a 25 in Virginia, and I was pushing bigger miles in Virginia. Even like around Southwest Virginia, I was definitely like I had 20, 22, 21, 20, like a whole stretch of them.
Yeah.
When I was really pushing some miles, and then Shenandoah, I pushed some miles there too. The elevation kind of leveled off a little bit in Shenandoah, and it wasn't quite as hard. So
would you say you probably got your trail legs in Virginia?
I think that's when I kind of realized, you know, I mean, when you're on your third 20 in a row,
yeah,
you realize like
might have my trail legs.
I think I maybe can do this, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I guess that's it. Biggest milestone or accomplishment so far?
Well, I mean, getting through Virginia, I mean, was pretty big. I mean, that's just such a long stretch. You know, you hear a lot of people talk about the Virginia blues, but I didn't ever really get them. I mean, I had some tough days. I had some days when I was like, ugh, but
it wasn't as bad.
It wasn't bad. I mean, there were different stretches, and there was always variety, and there was always something different. And then you guys came out and visited a lot too, so that was fun.
Yeah,
too.
It is your hometown, your home state.
I grew up in Virginia, so and I knew different areas, from, you know, going to school and whatnot. I'd say that that sunrise picture that I caught at McAfee Knob, the amount of work that I put in to get into the position to be able to capture that photo was a pretty big accomplishment. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I was going to ask you about your best hostel, but I feel like that's kind of a hard question. They're all different, and I don't want to put you on the spot with that because they're all different and good and different ways.
Yeah, good call. I would hate to single one out. I definitely stayed at some really good hostels in Virginia, and yeah, like you say, they're all kind of different in their own way. They all offered something a little bit different, but they all took care of me as well. So yeah, good times. Yeah.
We had a nice Airbnb here in Harpers Ferry.
Very nice Airbnb.
Just one little mistake.
One little oversight.
Yeah, I forgot to get a washer and dryer at this place, but
hey, I don't stink. There's always a bathtub.
That's right.
There's options. You know,
we figured it out.
We can take care of it. It's all good.
But
yeah, no, thank you for arranging it. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit sad because I'm getting so far north. I know it's going to be harder to come out and visit.
Yeah.
But in the comments, who let us know. We should see Honey Stinger again, right? I mean, Honey Stinger needs to come back on trail.
Yeah, I would like to. If you know of some place going forward that I could fly into and easily, you know, access the trail, let me know, because we don't know. We're clueless going north here.
Yeah. So. Where am I going next? What state am I going to?
Maryland.
Then after that, it's Pennsylvania. I don't know.
Yeah. But we felt pretty comfortable. We've either been to the places before or we know a lot about it. So, but now going forward, it's completely new territory. So
we don't know. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Hike north. Put my backpack on and hike north.
That's right.
Trail goes that way. Let's go! All right, Honey Stinger. Thank you for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Hope it wasn't too boring. Appreciate all the support. Thanks for watching.